Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Dark Shadows Reviews on Gemmy Master Animatronics, and today what I have to review for you is the Gemmy life-size animated Rob Zombie Michael Myers. Now, this was sold at Spirit Halloween in 2009, and I actually bought this in 2009. It's never had a single repair done to it. However, I just activated him before this video, and his arm has gotten very slow compared to how it used to be, and I don't believe the motor's dying. I just think it's locking, because when I try to move the arm, it's a little stiff. So I think it's just due to me not activating it for so long. It's been about a year since I've activated him. And his eyes do have a split gear now, but they still move. So probably right after this video, I will most likely repair that probably tomorrow, because tomorrow's my only free day. So with that being said, I'm very excited to show this item to you because I got him back in 2009, and I actually have a little bit of a story about him. I was promised in 2007 when we went to Spirit Halloween that my parents would buy me the Jason next year if it came back, because we bought so many props that year we didn't have enough money to go buy that Jason. And I loved the '07 Jason, so I was all excited for 2008. 2008 comes along, and my parents bought Hannibal instead because my mother loves Silence of the Lambs. So of course I was upset, but now I'm very, very happy that we have Hannibal. And then my mother goes, next year for sure. And then next year comes along, Rob Zombie Michael Myers is there. My dad had to have that one. So I didn't get to have my Jason that year either. And then I get promised the next year. And I finally, for 2010, got my first Jason, which was the remake model, which is my least favorite of all the Jasons. But at the time, I was really happy. But now that I look back, I'm very happy that we got him because this Rob Zombie Michael is very sought after and a very hard piece to come by. So, and I mean, he honestly looks great. He's so much better than the H2O Michael that Gemmy released in 2010. That was a big letdown, and this was one of the last really good, highly detailed Gemmy life sizes that they made for the licensed figures. Because once 2010 hit, that's when they started getting extremely cheap. Like, you see the H2O Michael, it looks really bad. The Freddy in 2010 had a lot of movements, but it just wasn't all there to me. And the Pinhead is probably my favorite one out of those three, and he's kind of there, but he's still lacking in some detail. And then 2011 hit, and it's been a complete downfall all the way up until about 2017. But this was just a solid piece. And also on the box, I don't have the box with me right now, it's in storage, but the box says NECA Real Toys on it. Now, I don't know 100% why it says NECA on there. I'm assuming that they helped with the head sculpt, and honestly, I could see why, because NECA is just, they're an outstanding figure company, and they always have amazing sculpts, so I wouldn't be surprised if Gemmy reached out to them to help them with the head sculpt on Michael, because it's just so detailed. There's not too much about his outfit. I'll actually go up close and show you his knife and his hand. Now, his knife, I do prefer the 2010 H2O Michael's knife more than this one. Just because of the fact that that one looks a little more realistic than this one does. But we mainly use this at night, so you can't really notice, and he is great. His head has no paint chips, no scuffing anywhere. This one was kept in pristine condition at all times. His jacket, or sorry, not his jacket, his jumpsuit here looks mint. There's just a couple, like, little pieces of, like, just lint on it. But besides that, there's nothing wrong with it. He has no holes in his outfit, nothing. He's great. I just have to clean up his base a bit, which I didn't think about. And his hair stayed in great shape because I always would put his body in the box and then flip his head so that his forehead was pointing towards the base and slide it down. And I would always pick up the body and then grab the head out with my other hand. So his hair never got messed up. I've never even combed it once or anything. So that's just how it's looked since we've had it, basically. And I don't like his hair frizzy. I like it like this. I know on the box, the prototype and stock image, his hair was really frizzy, and I wasn't a big fan of that. So, really close up, you can see that he's in outstanding shape, and he's definitely one of my favorites, like I said. But I'll be right back. I'm going to go plug him in, and I'll show you what he does. He only has one activation, obviously, and it's about 40 seconds. And I have to say, it's one of the coolest and creepiest animations you'll see on any Jemmy life size. Okay, guys, so that was his activation. As you can see, it's fairly a good amount of time. It's about 40 seconds, 35, 40 seconds. And it's just so creepy. The Halloween theme from Rob Zombie playing. You can hear him breathing, and just the way he moves is awesome. I've always loved this item ever since it came out. And I mean, the only reason why I didn't like it originally was because we got him over my Jason. But in the long run, I'm really happy to have him, and he's definitely awesome to have in my collection, especially having both Michael Myers props. That's even better. So, there's not too much else to say about him. He just has an amazing sculpt, amazing paint job, amazing detail. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if NECA actually stepped in and helped with that sculpt, because it looks way better than something Jemmy could have ever made. It looks too good. And he looks so realistic. If you just fix him up a little bit with his jumpsuit collar, because that always, no matter how high up you put it, will always slip down and go under his mask, like how it is here. But if you just fix that, raise it up just a tiny bit, maybe puffed him out a little bit, or added some stuffing or took away some padding in some areas, he looks just like a real person in that outfit. His moves are so lifelike, his animation, I feel everything was just perfect on him. They couldn't have done a better job. And, you know, it's a shame we don't get him like this anymore, but at least we have the old ones. But anyway, guys, just let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I know that he's really sought after and everybody loves him. And thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.